Today's video is brought to you by BT Miners, and on their website you can sign up for their newsletter to get special offers or coupons depending on the service or product that they're offering. And their new website does bring a number of elements into the fold. For example, its mining profitability calculator. Just like ASIC miner value, you can see what is the most profitable miner or cryptocurrency to mine at that time. Their miners range all the way from script algorithm to ETC hash, and they also offer repair services for ASICs or miners. Now, obviously, if you have a really old ASIC that parts aren't carried anymore, that might be a little bit harder, but just reach out to their services. See if they have a way to help you repair it. If you can't have your ASICs or your miners in-house with you or at your location, you may want to consider hosting services. Now, while I can't speak to all of these various elements of BT Miners because I haven't had one-on-one experience, do check them out. And by supporting them, you're supporting the channel, and I couldn't thank you enough. But let's get back to the video. What's going on, Ice? Everybody, it is a wonderful day. Not in the markets, but just in general. It's a beautiful day here in Florida. Hope you're all doing well. It's sunny, it's hot. It will soon be followed by rain as always. I'm sorry for some of you in states where there's no rain and you're running it through a drought. I hope you guys get some water. And as you've been noticing in my videos, there's been some ads going on. Paid promotion, which I forgot to mark on this video. I need to do that. Whoops. Yeah. This thing includes paid promotion. Where's that part at? Where's that part at? There it is. Save. All right. So I will update the description as always with articles that we're going to go over in today's video. But if you look behind me, that's the reason why the ads are running. So I got big plans for that. I'm going to set it up on air. But stay tuned. Crypto Mikel, BBT, and a number of people I've been talking to. We got a project in the works. So we'll see how things go. Now, I never seen this before. Coin 360 just stopped. You know how it's usually in color? It stopped. I don't know if the data, the API, something, whatever it's calling to, just stopped. But it's just dead. Like, I never seen this go gray before. No, actually, I lied. I have seen it go gray before. But it did it again. And there's a lot of red, basically. Like, we can't tell right now because it's obviously not calling to whatever it needs to talk to. But yeah, it's a lot of red in the market. It's a down day. Things went down. So we'll see how things pan out in the future. We fell out of the a couple of wedges, actually. So we kind of pushed down below this level that was kind of becoming support right around the 20K range. So now 20K is kind of like our resistance that we got to break through. And I don't know if this is going to be a separate one and we're just going to coil up, and towards the end here, let's say around the minor meeting on the 10th, something happens. Either we break out or we break down, one of the two. If we break out, we'll be above the 20K range. If we break down, we'll be in the 18K range. But we'll see how things pan out. TA is a very useful tool just to be able to look at the charts and kind of be like, okay, we're on a good, good trajectory, bad trajectory, and then place your bets or, whatever positions you got. But I just stack those sats and then I trade on the side. So that's not my main forte. We got quite a bit of news to go through before I go through live chat. Say what's up to everybody. Bitcoin information, news, kind of concerns about Bitcoin. Obviously, the Ethereum Merge, its energy consumption, all the topics that are going to be talked about in detail with all your favorite crypto miners on September 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the proof of work chain that could spin off of, Ethereum itself. Some of the concerns. I do have a little bit of reading to do today. I know some of you don't want me to read an article to you. There's just certain parts of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. And then obviously get your take on it. But also, really weirdly, Crypto.com really made a blunder. And I want to ask you guys a question about that. I'm sure you heard Son of a Tech and many others cover that topic, but we're going to talk about it. And then Bill Murray, hacker steals Bill Murray's crypto after 185K NFT charity auction. I love you, Bill. Sorry. A lot of questions, more ATMs. We'll see how things go. So Transaction Street showing us a median transfer fee on Ethereum of 42 cents. and things are still going pretty well. Let's see what the block times are today. I don't think it's that significant, 13 seconds, so not significant at all. And the Ethereum Merge is getting closer and closer. There it goes, 0.360 is back online. Good deal. So what's going on in the live chat? Everybody, if you're watching this in the future, articles, I will try to put them in the description. However, do me a favor, if you're watching live, go ahead and hit the like button for me. And let me say good morning, everybody. Hugo Down, Black Cat Crypto, Automatic Beats, Dave Collins, J Bohannon, Fudweiser, Magic Lucky. Hereby Service. Hereby Service. Are you okay? I like your Hereby Service. What do you service? Beautiful day in New England. Nice. Hope you're enjoying it. Magic Lucky Chump Change in the house. Thank you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Say hi to the wife and fam for me. Dan San. What else we got? We got Ace at Cisco. Ooh. Like Cisco, the networking company? That'd be cool if you're an Ace at Cisco. So Crypto Paper Route. ABMNS Production. I don't know why your comments keep getting blocked on my videos. You're not posting anything that is in blocked words. I'm not sure if it's the emojis or what, but you keep on getting blocked for some reason. I'm trying to figure out why. Maybe YouTube's just being stupid as usual. Crypto Bedell. No, you're good, bud. Chump Chain saying sorry if I missed chat. You're good. Do your thing. Retro Mike. Crypto Mikkel. Thank you for everybody coming over there or over here from there. And Brother Crypto, first time 13, and The Pirate. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Unfortunately, I'm a man down. So if you look very carefully, you won't be able to see it. But let me see if I can get some light for you here. Basically, that third fan in there is down. Let me see if I can open this up and get you some light. So that third fan is down. I mean, they're not spinning because they got that whatever that zero PWM tech. But that's a bad thing because the middle fan is kind of like right over part of the core and memory modules and VRAM and all that stuff. So very disappointing. I hit up EVGA. And, I put in a ticket and everything. They want me to send the GPU to them, but I can't, right? Because I modified it. But I didn't modify it with the fan. It's not like I broke the fan. I know exactly what happened with the fan. The fan fell out of its range to where it's near the magnet. So if you push your finger up on it, it will spin. And if you hold your finger, it will keep spinning. But as soon as you let go, the fan drops away from the GPU. So if it was standing vertically, it'd probably be a lot better like in a mining rig. But because it's horizontal, it's falling out of range and then stops spinning after a while. So I got to get that replaced. But the fans are fucking expensive. Oh my God. Dude, I went looking for a 3-pack of fans. It is ridiculous. Now, maybe I don't need to get a 3-pack. But I was just going to replace all 3 anyways. But anyways, let's move on to some news. Bitcoin, Ethereum prices shaky following mixed U.S. jobs report. Now, I doubt that the U.S. jobs report is the only reason why Bitcoin is down, but let's just get right into it. Bitcoin's price was volatile Friday following the release of the Labor Department's information showing a trend in dipping and diving as investors decide to what to do with their riskier assets. At first, the biggest cryptocurrency or Bitcoin rallied after news showed U.S. employers added 315,000 jobs in August, pushing the size of the labor force to a record high. The report showed, however, that the job growth has slowed in the U.S. as employers added more than 526,000 jobs in July. And just a quickie. And just as quickly as it popped, BTC dropped right back down below 20K by time of running, blah, 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 1.5, blah, 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 don't care. Right now, we can see it is at 19.8. Bitcoin at first rallied with U.S. stocks, and when U.S. stocks rally, Bitcoin tends to do the same. The asset has been closely related to equities this year, as investors holding cryptocurrencies have also been trading them like tech stocks. So, traditional markets, the same motherfuckers that are in the traditional market are also in crypto, ETFs, stuff like that. Hits the fan over here, so they make plays over here to offset. It's nothing new. So risk assets have been more volatile following the employment numbers. Head of the trading XBTO group, Paul, whatever your name is, said, adding the equity rates and crypto markets rallied initially before selling off as investors were concerned that the employment numbers may not be weak enough to change the Fed's rate path. Now, you might be saying, like, why do you want the employment numbers to be lower? Well, typically, to kind of mark a recession, unemployment starts to rise, but then the opposite happens. Don't listen to me. I'm just some guy on the internet. But from my understanding, if you look at the chart, when unemployment's going up, there tends to be a dipping down. So like we're pulling back out of the recession if unemployment is up. But I could be completely missing the bar. I am not a financial expert. I am not a TA expert. I am not a crypto expert. I just love crypto and I love mining and I love talking to you about it. So you can deal with it. Anyways, Bitcoin's price may crash after Ethereum Merge, says this guy, Kyle McDonald. Now, he may be an intelligent guy. He may be a wonderful guy. He may be a outstanding individual, 100%. I just don't agree with everything that they said, but we're going to talk more about the impacts of mining or crypto mining on the overall world more in the Ethereum Merge meeting. I don't want to spill all the beans, but anyways. So, let's see here. Yeah, so Ace at Cisco. That's what's up, man. You do work at Cisco. Appreciate it. And ABMS. You see what Chump Change said? Might be the caps in the name. That's kind of stupid that YouTube would block you just because you have caps in your name. Anyways, so Kyle McDonald, an independent researcher, predicts that Bitcoin network may be regulated away, causing the price of Bitcoin to collapse. He recommends to sell Bitcoin now, and the reason is after the Ethereum blockchain switches to a proof of stake, investors and regulators may realize that the energy-intensive method of Bitcoin is not really necessary. McDonald cited that the climate crisis and Bitcoin's massive use of energy has caused Bitcoin, he said, because Bitcoin doesn't have a coordination like Ethereum to leave proof of work, it could be the first to be regulated away. Crypto's energy consumption has become a major bone of contention for the environmental activists and governments, as McDonald said, Bitcoin will never see 69K again. Okay, one, he's telling you to, and this is their words, not mine. So he mentions just getting out of Bitcoin completely. He says it's going to be regulated away, and he says it would never hit 69K again. Moving on, when you're moving from a system that is about generating as many random numbers as fast as possible with 10 million GPU processing units across the world to a system that's running on a few thousand computers that's pretty low energy, it's going to make a huge difference. To track the Ethereum's energy movement, McDonald created the Ethereum emissions tracker, which takes a bottom-up approach but doesn't factor in Ethereum's price or the price of electricity, according to McDonald's website. Now, I have his website here, and let me go ahead and throw some articles in the description. But what do you think in live chat? What do you think of those 3 points that I just mentioned? It's going to be Bitcoin's going to be regulated away. So it's going to be regulated into the ground, which is one of the biggest concerns of crypto, not Bitcoin, but of crypto for me, is that I want to make sure that our people in the political government positions or in places of power are properly educated and make sure that they're not making rash decisions on, inaccurate information or not the full picture. They may be accurate, but they don't get the full picture. Anyways, moving on, we got the chart here. You could see what's going on. You can see how we have climbed up. Now, this chart only starts in 2017. It almost kind of coincides with, the bull runs, right? So we had that nice bull run 2017. Everybody started hopping on. And we started seeing an increase in the amount of megatons of CO2 per year climbing up. And obviously we had that crash, and then it levels off, and it was kind of a bear market for quite some time, leading into the next bull run where we started to pick up some more pace. And especially now when we hit that all-time high, we hit 11 something megatons per year. 11.05 megaton of CO2 per year. So, this chart is pretty cool, but I don't think it paints a full picture, and there's a reason why I think that. We're going to get into that in just a moment. If we look at their chart with right now, we're at 6.75 megatons of CO2 per year, right? Or 22.9 terawatt hours per year. And we look at the world, in 2019, the world was at 23,845 terawatt hours per year. So that's a small amount, right? I mean, 22.9 terawatt hours a year is a small amount compared to all the other things that are using energy in this world. Now, I am not saying that climate change is not real. I'm not saying that the greenhouse gases are not real. I'm not saying that we don't need to make a change. We 100% need to make a fucking change, right? We need to, period. We want to live on this earth until we can get to other planets and other stars. We got to take care of it. So we definitely need to make a change. But what I don't think some people are accounting for are through various farms and various locations demanding more energy and forcing the power companies and the infrastructure to upgrade to better resources. They're not going to really make a change, right? They just want to sit on their cash cow, continue to collect the check, and call it a day, right? We had some corruption here in my city in Jacksonville, Florida, with JEA, Jacksonville Electric Authority. Look that up. There was some corruption. There was some BS going down. And, power companies just want to sit back and collect a check. But there are a few out there that are trying to implement change and improve their infrastructure, their setup, so on and so forth. And I just think that we're going to do that. We're going to do a little bit more of that. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of this video for you and mute my my mic. I just want to listen in and we'll talk a little bit more about it. But let me know in the live chat what your thoughts are. Do you think Bitcoin will be regulated away? Do you think that it will never hit 69K again, and that you should sell your Bitcoin right now and get out of it completely? Let me know in the live chat and in the comments below if you're watching this after the fact.
The revenue from the hash rate and the miner rewards. So let's just assume that the electricity is based on a certain set of kind of typical GPUs, and then we can make some estimate of the total electricity usage. I'm going the opposite direction. I'm kind of starting with the numbers and then working up from there, which is the same thing that Cambridge does.
I mean, if I can recall, his GPU numbers always seemed a little bit out of date from what I remember, or at least at the time that I checked the notes. And that obviously would affect sort of the actual energy consumption because he would use that. I'm talking about Alex DeFries. But I mean, how you're doing it differently? You're saying you're taking it from that point upwards. I mean, like, is that correct?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I mean, the main difference again is Alex starts with miner rewards and makes an economic argument about how much electricity is being used. I'm starting with the hash rate and then looking at the hardware and making a technical argument for how much electricity must be used. And I did put a lot of work into estimating GPU efficiency for this project. And it has increased over time, from 2016, around, 0.2 mega hash per second per watt, to currently around 0.4 mega hash per second per watt. So there's been about a doubling in efficiency. And if you didn't account for that, that would be a big skew in your estimate of the energy usage. But, it's also important to remember, we talk about efficiency in the context of proof of work. You can't really make proof of work more efficient, right? You can just kind of transition who's doing the work from one area to another. The amount of energy that goes into proof of work is the thing that is actually necessary for the system to maintain consensus.
All right, let's stop it there. The biggest thing that I'm not sure if you caught it, the biggest thing that I wanted to point out here is the fact that, what is his calculations based on, right? So GPU efficiency has climbed up. We have a chart here. It's a bit outdated because the pricing of GPUs and hardware has dropped down. But you know how you take your hash rate and then you divide it, what is it? Hash rate divided by power draw. So if we open up calculator and let's say we're getting, let's say we're getting about 62 mega hash divided by 120 watts. That's a 0.51 efficiency. He is right about GPU efficiency climbing up, right? We went up from 0.23, 0.30, then 4, then 5. So we're getting more and more efficient GPUs, which is represented on this chart here. Now, this was made by my brother Savage Mine, who I've kind of taken over, but I haven't been keeping it updated. But I did allow you guys the opportunity to take it, update it at your will, and then go from there. I do need to spend some time updating it. But GPUs aren't the only ones that account for the Ethereum's hash rate is the problem. So is he accounting for ASICs, which can be more efficient at mining Ethereum, depending on the ASIC model and yada, yada, yada. Also, we don't know the number of GPU to ASIC ratio. So there's a number of questions in this particular data that I have about, and I don't have that information. Now, we have a pretty chart. We have some numbers. We understand that the data that they're using is valid, right? The base data. But the question is what are you basing, how much you're saying GPUs, you're not saying ASICs, you're not saying FPGAs, you're just saying GPUs. And you're basing that, over the current network hash rate, how many GPUs it would take to have that hash rate when you don't know what the split is. Is it 60-40, 60 ASICs, 40 GPUs, or 60 GPUs, 40 ASICs, or 30-70? We don't know the split, and that's been a pretty specific point that the mining community has been trying to figure out. We don't know. We don't have that data. Maybe the Ethereum Merge will shed light on that as we see what flocks to what, right? Because all those ASICs, as firmware updates come out, will only be able to mine Ethereum Classic, not Ethereum, or some type of other ETH hash token if it becomes profitable. And we'll see where they go to as miners kind of diverse amongst the other proof of work algorithms. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below of this particular article, which I'm going to drop in the description because I forgot to do that again. And let me know your thoughts of the points about selling, getting out, and it never hitting 69K again. I personally, opinion only, I personally believe that Bitcoin's here to stay, baby. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got what you see behind me, right? Why would I get that if I thought Bitcoin was gonna die? Like, that's just me personally. Now, maybe I'm on cloud nine. Maybe I'm just in the weeds. But I don't see Bitcoin going anywhere. And the proof of work model is one of my favorite things. To me, it's got a lot of good points. That Vitalik is actually going to call into question here. So Ethereum Vitalik Buterin worried about Bitcoin's future for 2 reasons. Obviously, one of those reasons is proof of work. And I'm going to be using some football talk here in a minute. So if you guys aren't football fans, I do apologize. But bear with me here. So anyway, so Vitalik, in a September 2nd interview, told Noah Smith, an economics writer, that they're worried about Bitcoin for 2 reasons. He explained that he thinks Bitcoin could face problems in the long-term future owing to its fee model. So Bitcoin doesn't make a lot of fees, or doesn't make a lot of profit off fees as compared to Ethereum. And that could be a problem because Bitcoin is not succeeding at getting to the level of fee revenue required to secure what could be a multi-trillion-dollar system. The amount of fees Bitcoin generates to other protocols has long been a hot topic of discussion in the crypto community. And according to crypto fees data, Bitcoin averaged about 225,000 in fees over the past week, trailing the DeFi mainstays like Aave and Uniswap. The biggest fee generator is the protocol Buterin, or Ethereum, which took about 2.7 million over the same time frame. So that's a big chunk of change, right? 2.7 million over a week in fees, and then 225,000 just in Bitcoin in fees for Bitcoin. Buterin also said that he also fears that Bitcoin's proof of work model could fail because it provides much less security per dollar spent on transaction fees than proof of stake, arguing that it would be problematic to have a $5 trillion network that costs only $5 billion to attack. Buterin also pointed out that Bitcoin switching away from proof of work would be a politically infeasible. Biterin's comments will likely spark outrage at some of the corners of the crypto community, the Bitcoin maxis. Bitcoin's most enduring. Comcast, stop messing with me. Let me know if I'm getting choppy, guys. I reported to him. I'll tell you guys at the end of the video. I'll explain something crazy that I saw regarding internet. Hang on. So Bitcoin's obviously supporters are not going to be too likely about that. They support proof of work. I support proof of work. Others have made similar remarks to Buterin regarding the top crypto fee model. Though as Bitcoin is scheduled to emit coins until 2140, the issue is typically overlooked by supporters, right? So maybe it'd be like we'll cross that bridge when we get to it type situation, but I don't see that being a major problem. And I don't understand why he thinks Bitcoin would be so easily attacked. Like, first off, proof of work is decentralized. You're moving to a proof of stake system, which seems to be very centralized on Amazon, AWS, or whatever. And even though we're going to talk about censorship, it seems to me that the government can easily force you or strong arm you into shutting down XYZ because you're on a centralized platform. But we'll have to wait and see how things pan out. The merge, and we'll go into more detail about some of these topics as we go on the September 10th meeting. I can't do it justice. Max Voltage, Bisbee Trippin, Son of a Tech, and a number of others are like so much better than me at talking about particular areas. And even there's been some times where Max Voltage has called me out because I provided misinformation. And I appreciate that. You know, that's the whole point of the community, or at least that's what I believe the whole point of the community is that we share data with one another. We share experience. We talk about this. We try to share information. If that information is invalid or hasn't been fact checked, you call it out. They acknowledge, they correct it, and then we keep it moving. But the Ethereum meeting is going to be pretty good. I lost a lot of viewers. Looks like Comcast is fucking up on me again. And unfortunately, we'll see how the September 10th meeting goes. I'm going to try to do my best to not lose it because the main channel is going to be this channel. But they can't drop the line till later. I'll explain in a minute. So anyways, the merge is coming. You know, there's some concerns, questions, right? We're going to see on September 6th with oh my goodness, Bellatrix, how things shape up. You know, they had some block reorgs, they had some issues. So we're going to see exactly what happens. But developers are pretty confident in that the merge will go just fine and there will be no impact during the merge. I guess we'll see. One rumored merge-related risk is that the campaign has emerged to fork, right? So fork to proof of work. So two chains. You got the proof of stake chain and proof of work chain. I haven't been keeping up with it, but are we really doing this? Are they really forking Ethereum to keep a proof of work Ethereum version going? Like, I haven't been keeping up with it. I'm sorry. I don't have time to keep up with every little nuance of the crypto world, unfortunately. But that's one concern, right? Somebody's going to fork it. The likelihood that all digital assets currently built on Ethereum will be duplicated come the merge. Those copies, they say here, will likely be worth far less than legitimate counterparts on the Ethereum network, but the owners of these assets could still be tempted to sell these surplus tokens for some meager payday. A replay attack, however, could see bad actors duplicate the transactions in a manner that would allow them to steal the real, much more valuable version of the asset on the real Ethereum blockchain. So there's a couple of concerns that's coming up. I wouldn't be too worried about it. If the chain splits, then you're gonna have two token or one. Well, either you keep your Ethereum where you keep it on the proof of stake chain and you get rid of your proof of work, or it doesn't happen and we just all go over to proof of a different proof of work coin like Raven Coin, Ergo, Ethereum Classic, whatever. But I don't see why we want to fork Ethereum when we already have Ethereum Classic, the original Ethereum. But I guess people want to do it. Developers are not worried. Developers are not worried about downtime. Developers are not worried about issues. Developers aren't worried about shit. They say everything's going to go just fine. And I guess we'll see. We'll have to see how things plan out. I do have confidence in some of the developers that I've been in communication with and that I've learned and listened from. So we'll see how things go. So, yeah, everybody's talking about the merge. Honestly, This is why I wanted the meeting to happen, because I'm tired of talking about the merge. I want the meeting on the 10th to be your one-stop shop to answer questions, everything from environmental concerns to, proof of work versus proof of stake. A lot of knowledgeable people in the meeting that will cover this topic. But yeah, potential Ethereum hard fork token ETH POW may trade at 1.5%. Now, is this token, where is it at? Is it available on exchanges already? Please note the price displayed below of the value of IOUs may not be transportable across exchanges. Exercise caution when trading. Do your own research. So, okay. Poloniex, Gate, Femex, BitTrue, XT, Digifinix, CoinW apparently are supporting the damn coin. Is this the one that everybody's talking about, though? I guess so. The original Ethereum blockchain powered by proof of work. Okay, that's it? Really? Let's go check out your Twitter. Is this the same guy that was talking about it? Talking about forking it? No, I could have sworn it was something else. And see, this is the hard part about crypto, and you got to be very careful. The potential of scams are going to climb during this transition, right? And you got to be careful with your funds, your wallets, your accounts. Never give your private keys away, your seed phrase. If you use MetaMask and then it says, oh, there's an error, please enter your seed phrase. Don't do it. If you get an email saying that your account's been hacked, please log in, and you mouse over the link and it says bobsburger.com instead of, Coinbase or Kraken, then you're falling for stuff. Just mouse over the link and look in the bottom left of your screen. Like if I do this like merge, look, bottom left, coindesk.com/learn/ whatever the article is. So you can verify links, and if you're not sure, use the sandbox. If you don't know what a sandbox is, go look it up. But the potential is there for Ethereum hard fork to happen, and we're gonna have two chains. The proof of work chain and proof of stake chain. But again, we already have Ethereum Classic. So what the guys? Why do we need another one? Why? Out of 20,500 plus S coins, we need to really add another one? I guess the benefit would be that it would have all of the current EIP optimizations and improvements done to this chain versus Ethereum Classic. But Ethereum Classic team could implement those same EIPs on their end. So I don't know. I don't understand. Anyways, I guess we'll see. Either way, what's going to happen for me and what I'm going to personally do is I'm going to look at what's the most profitable, and I'm going to go for that coin and try to stack the sats. Now, if it's a project that I can get behind and believe in, then maybe I'll support it regardless if it's profitable or not. But right now, I don't care. I don't have an opinion either way. So my apologies. And obviously, if you are on one of those other exchanges that are supporting it and you have Ethereum on it or whatever, and then the merge happens and it does fork and you get two coins. You got your proof of stake coins, and then you got your proof of work coins. You're gonna have to pay taxes on that, right? You're gonna have to. It's like an airdrop, right? Now, I'm not a tax professional. I'm not a CPA. Max Voltage does a really good job of talking about taxes in crypto, but that's just advice. He's not a tax professional either. But if you get these coins free, right, just because you hold Ethereum, there will be some tax implications. So there's a chance the merge will result in a contentious fork, which could cause Ethereum holders to receive duplicate units of hard fork Ethereum tokens, similar to what happened with Ethereum and Ethereum Classic that occurred in 2016. Tax compliance firm TaxBit, head of government solutions, told Cointelegraph that the merge raised some interesting tax implications in the case that the hard fork occurs, stating that the biggest question for tax purposes is whether the merge will result in a chain split hard fork. So I'm pretty sure that question nobody will answer until the day actually comes. But just know you're going to have some tax work to do. The impacts is going to vary, right? So it really depends. But for ETH held in user-owned on-chain wallets, Fuller points out the IRS guidance stating that any new POW coins would be regarded as income and will be valued at the time the user came into possession of the token. So when you got the tokens during the merge or after the merge, that's when it will start. Fuller explained the situation may be different for ETH held in custodial wallets such as exchanges, depending on whether or not the platform decides to support the fork POW ETH chain or not. How custodians and exchanges handle forks is generally covered in their account agreement. So if you're not sure, you should read up. So whatever exchange you have your Ethereum on, if the custodian or exchange does not support the fork chain, then you likely don't have any income, right? But they're saying here you might miss out on a freebie. You can avoid this by moving your holdings to an unhosted wallet pre-merge to ensure that you get any coins or tokens resulting from the possible chain split. The performance of the POW token can also impact the potential tax bill, according to Wednesday's Twitter post from CoinLedger Director of Strategy Miles Brooks. The value of tokens goes down severely subsequent to the POW fork, which could be likely. You may have a tax bill to pay, but potentially not enough assets to pay it. So usually when a new coin pops off, it spikes up, it gets dumped, and then you're left holding a bag. We'll see how things pan out. But either way, if you do have Ethereum on a supported application, exchange, whatever, and you get airdropped or provided this POW token, you will, from the time you get it and to the time you sell it, will have to file that in your taxes. And there's a lot of good programs out there that will help you do that, that support various exchanges and stuff. So we'll see how things go. But I just don't see any reason for this particular coin or project to exist, but apparently people want it to happen, so I guess we'll just see. Whatever. What do you guys think? Do you want Ethereum to really fork into a different proof of work coin? So I can see the benefits, right? Talking about what's currently on Ethereum, how it's already got all these EIPs and optimizations, improvements on the. If we kept it proof of work, right? We will have all the benefits of what we need to run our NFTs, our DeFi, all that stuff, right? So all the perks are there. We can have two ecosystems, one on proof of stake, one on proof of work. Obviously, there would be a battle. But I think that would really take away from Ethereum overall if we did do that. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Kind of on the fence. So Max Voltage says, I should have told you I had the day off today. Yeah, you should have, dude. I would have brought you on the show. Anytime, yeah. Definitely. Actually, Max, let's talk about this real quick, guys. Let me bring it up. In a little bit, I will be having a Twitter Spaces meeting. Seth is going to be joining us. Max, if you want to join us, I will be more than happy to have you. It's at 1 p.m. I just can't find it. Let me try to find it real quick. I'm going to get the link and share the link. There we go. Share. Copy link. So Twitter Spaces meeting. It's going to be right there. There's the link. I'm posting it for you guys. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to get some lunch, relax, chill out for a minute, and then hop on that. And I guess I just lost like 10 people instantly. Anyways, so feel free to join us if you guys want to talk more about Ethereum, because this is killing me, man. Ethereum's killing me. How cryptocurrency could tackle the global income inequality? Well, long story short, it banks down banks. People who don't have bank accounts or live in places where they don't have access to a bank or an ATM, they can use cryptocurrency to transact. It's like bartering, right? You go back in the day, I'll give you 2 chickens for some milk or something, or I'll give you 10 eggs for some wheat or something. So it's like bartering, but it's borderless, and you can send funds from account to account, no problem. And so I see much of the average Joe or the common folk being able to kind of lift themselves out of their situation, poverty, lower class, middle class, whatever it may be, and actually have an impact on their life and build generational wealth. And that's really what I'm trying to do, right? I've been in crypto for a hot minute, been stacking my sats, trying to save money because I really want my kids to have everything they need. In case I leave this world, my wife needs to have everything she needs. So I kind of set that up to the best of my abilities. And I think cryptocurrency, could help do that. But unfortunately now with the traditional markets and crypto markets being tied together by the suits, because of the way they trade, the way they work, unfortunately they kind of have control of the market. They can make it dip, they can make it pump. It's only when the retail investor or the common folk go and do a heavy push that those suits get screwed up. You know, like whether it's Wall Street bets that screwed over the suits up top. You know, it just really depends. But I do believe cryptocurrency could help the world, especially the average folk. So Fudweiser, Rabid mining is live. Yeah, that's fine. It's the best time for me and Seth. It's the best time for me and Seth. We're gonna host a little Twitter Spaces. It's a Twitter Space. It's not a live stream. It's a Twitter Spaces. So it's not on the same platform. You guys could go love and support Rabid Mining and do what you need to do. But we're gonna be hosting a Twitter Spaces, talking about the Ethereum Merge. It's called the, what is it called? It's called the Ethereum Merge Miner Powwow. But it's POWOW. Never mind. You guys don't get the joke. Anyways, neighborhood cryptocurrency mine, like a jet that never leaves. This is going to be a problem, you know, as more and more mining facilities, especially containers, get set up near houses, areas, places, you know, because they want to be at the best power. Obviously, that's going to cause some issues, right? There's going to be some locals that you probably need to consult with and make sure that they're cool with it before you go building out there. Otherwise, if they complain and then the government comes over, the local government comes over and kicks you the heck out, you're going to be SOL. But yeah, I could see what I could be loud looking at that farm. I could definitely see why that would be a bit loud and how that could be annoying. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, there's other things that could be right next to you, right? A paper mill, a nuclear reactor. Like, there's other things that can, chicken farm. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that could be right next to you that you may not like. So, the top 6 crypto mining companies I thought was pretty interesting. Riot Blockchain, Canaan. I don't know if you say that right. Is it Canaan? Hut 8, Hive Blockchain, Bitfarms, and obviously there's some others on here that aren't big enough. Now, Crypto.com, if you haven't heard already, accidentally sent an Australian woman $10.5 million, who then turned around and bought and spent the money, right? She was only due a refund of a couple hundred or $100-something. They sent her 10.5. She spent the money. Obviously, Crypto.com tried to go get the money, and she hasn't shown up to court or anything like that, so that shows up as an admission of guilt, unfortunately. But it kind of sucks because now this woman needs to pay back that money, but technically it was Crypto.com's fault. And I hate to see this, you know, because this was life-changing money for this lady. This was life-changing money. Like, what would you do if 10.5 was just dropped into your account magically? Seriously, what would you do? Would you instantly start spending it? Would you invest it? If you thought it was a mistake, would you reach out to the company that maybe sent you the money? What would you do? Black Cat Crypto says, what are your thoughts with EPOW, so the proof of work chain, if it forked, with EIP 1559 removed? We're still going to have MEV and all the other crap that happens with flash bots and sandwich trading and stuff like that. But 1559 would be more profits to the miner. And I mean, that would be pretty cool. I mean, that would definitely help offset, depending on the price of the coin at the time, that would definitely help offset maybe the cost or whatever, right? You're getting those extra perks, right? Because you're getting the fees plus block reward. So that would be really cool. I think that would be sweet. Would that entice me to go to that chain? Probably not. Again, you know, are they doing this just because they want to? Or are they doing this because they want to improve on Ethereum? You know, not only do they want to keep it on a proof of work model, but they're trying to improve it. You know, what are the tangible benefits? What are the real world use cases? What are they going to try to do? Because you know, there's so many meme coins and coins just created just because, you know, they want to have a coin, that they don't provide any tangible benefit. What do you do for the world is my question. But that's just the way I live my life, how I can impact people, how I can help people. And I do want to help everybody as much as possible. It's just I'm only one person. So anyways, 10.5 million. Lady spent it, bought a badass house, 1.35 million. Gave it to her sister. So they really can't go after the house because it's not hers, it's her sister's. But yeah, quite a crappy situation because it was her fault. It was their fault for sending her the money. She didn't report it. She started spending it. They finally realized it 7 months after the fact, and now they're going after her, which that kind of sucks. So hacker steals Bill Murray's crypto after 185K NFT charity auction, which is quite unfortunate. Hours after closing on the Bill Murray NFT auction that raised 119.2 ETH, a hacker stole the funds. The hacker started to drain Murray's personal wallet around 7 p.m. According to on-chain data, the Etherscan and details from Murray's team. The unknown individual also attempted to take non-fungible tokens from the actor's personal collection. The high-profile hack showcases how even well-known celebrities can fall victim to crypto hackers and thieves. In Bill Murray's case, though, the actor had the benefit of a wallet security team that protected him from the worst of the incident. Murray's wallet security team from NFT consultant Project Beckham stepped in to shield the actor's NFTs by moving his high-priced JPEGs, including Damon's Hearst NFT, 2 CryptoPunks, Pugy Pigeon, and a cool cat, and numerous flower girls to the pair of safe house wallets. So it doesn't matter who you are, hackers will get to you. If you put a nice little penny or a nice little target on your head, they're gonna come after you. For all my brothers and sisters out there, black hats and grays, I appreciate. I'm one of you. Don't mess with me, please. I love you. Don't hurt me. Cryptocurrency ATMs are popping up throughout California. This is good, but it's not that important. Really, what's important that's not been getting a lot of traffic is Brazil's working on something with the SEC, and something happened in another country that I think should be more newsworthy. Where is it at? Brazil Cryptocurrency Exchange. No, that's not it. Brazilian SEC seeks to change its role in cryptocurrency regulation. I hope they're moving in the right direction. And then what's the other one? Because it's really all about adoption and the world and various governments, working to kind of adapt. Or Paraguay, there you go. President of Paraguay, Mario, vetoes cryptocurrency bill that passed in Congress, talking about it's being energy intensive. So this is where we're talking about, if in your country, in your area, in your state, we need to make sure that our politicians, stuff like that, are properly educated, because we don't want them to regulate crypto into the ground. We want them to just provide clear guidelines, and that's really what's holding back the crypto market from really booming, right? Taking this sit back, let's see Wild West, see what happens. Wild West approach is not really working. We need clear guidelines. Don't regulate into the ground. If you have questions, ask your leaders in the space. And what I'm talking about, I'm talking more to the politicians and the government officials. They need to be working with crypto leaders and important people. Like, I want to go out to a convention or something like that here in my town, city, state, and rub elbows with some of the politicians, make sure that they're crystal clear on the effects of crypto, the positives of crypto, the pros, the cons, the ups and downs, and the benefits, because I think it's the future, man. Sorry. Blockchain in general. So, top 10 most Googled questions about cryptocurrency and its implications. So, what is crypto? What is cryptocurrency? What is crypto? How to invest in cryptocurrency? What is crypto mining? How to buy cryptocurrency? Why is crypto crashing? How does cryptocurrency work? Why is crypto down? How to create a cryptocurrency? How to trade a cryptocurrency? Those are your top 10 Googled searches. Anyways, if you guys aren't aware, I will be doing a Twitter Spaces meeting at 1 p.m. around the same time that, unfortunately, Rabid Mining will be live. I know it usually goes live around 1 p.m., but it would be nice to have you. I know you can't be in two places at once, but it's not a stream. It's just we're going to be, Seth and possibly a few others will be together. We'll be talking about Ethereum and what's going on, stuff like that. Ace at Cisco says if they got the 10.5 million, they would buy rigs and ASICs to mine 10.5 back. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, yeah, I could pay you back. Just give me a few years. just give me about 20 years. I'll pay you guys your 10.5 back. By that time, you have like 20, 30 million. That'd be crazy. So I'm super excited for AMD's upcoming 7000 series CPUs. Really excited, actually. Excited for both Nvidia and AMD GPU offerings. Intel not so much, but we'll see how things go with Battlemage and stuff. But I mean, congrats. Your ray tracing performance is okay, good, I guess. But like, I really want to see that compute performance. That's what I care about. And yeah, gaming performance too, but compute performance most importantly. But we should see the Ryzen 7000 Zen 4 desktop series launching on the 27th. The 7950X is going to be $700, and the next one down like some. I'm sure you've seen the hardware unboxed, Gamers Nexus reviews, all that stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm interested in it. I'm interested to see the performance. Now I have a 5900X in my system. If I upgrade, I would be selling my motherboard, CPU, and memory, but unfortunately, it's going to be a pretty penny because DDR5 is not cheap still. So we'll see how things pan out. Maybe I'll just start with two 16-gig sticks and then fill up all 4 DIMMs in the future. But only the X670 boards will be available. So you're going to have to wait for cheaper motherboards to come out in the future. So any last minute questions before I get out of here? Give me some lunch. I know not all of you are on Twitter. So don't forget September 10th, the meeting. You got your Ethereum miner. Well, actually, hang on one second. I don't even think I could bring it up. Oh, Red Fox. 2 hours ago. Where did my GPUs go? What? Oh, snap. We need to go check that out. We need to go watch that. I'm going to have to go watch that. My live streams don't show until after the fact, do they? Huh. Live stuff. Stuff of live. There it is. Copy that. Put that over here. So, on September 10th would be the ETH Merge miner meeting, powwow, whatever you want to call. We have a lot of various crypto personnel. Now, not everybody on this thumbnail will be in the meeting. Or excuse me, not everybody that's in the meeting is on this thumbnail. We got big, we got small, we got farms, we got at home, we got a whole range, we got pools. We have some devs that won't be able to attend but provided information. But definitely will be the last. This is the biggest meeting that somebody's put together because it's really hard to get all of us in one place. Like I've been trying to plan this for freaking months. Like I think since February, January or something like that. So this has been months in the making, and to get all of us together in one spot at one time was really, really, really hard to do because we're all busy, we're all hustling, we're all doing our own thing, stacking the sats. So I really look forward to having you guys make sure that you're in the live chat, challenging us. The main stream will be on my channel, but I believe Son of a Tech will also be streaming, and that'd be a good backup because I'm gonna try to get my internet fixed. But what I found out is I went outside yesterday, and freaking the box that is on the street that Comcast runs the wire from was off, and I looked at my neighbors and it's off too. I'm like, Comcast didn't say they were coming out, and they did find that the box outside or the main unit needs to be replaced and a new wire needs to get ran. They don't have fiber in my area. AT&T won't let Google Fi come over or join us, so I have to get a new line ran. They're gonna do it, but I told them like, how long is this gonna take? What is gonna be the problem? Blah blah blah. I don't need you doing this when I have a very important meeting. So I'm gonna try to reset the modem, reset the router, get everything as fresh as possible before 8 p.m. Saturday on the 10th to make sure that there's no drops, no issues, no whatsoever. I mean, this GPU is working fine. The 3070 Ti is doing good other than the missing middle fan, but the temperatures are just fine. So I don't see that being a problem. But I look forward to it. I'm going to have some fun. I look forward to speaking with my buddy Seth today at 1 and always catching up with you guys. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for following on Twitter, throwing a little heart on it, liking, all that good stuff. I appreciate all the support you guys give. But thank you for supporting the community as a whole. It continues to grow. I'm interested to see how it continues to grow and new people and new characters and new industry insiders come about. We'll see how things go. But It's definitely a fun time. Even during a downtime, right? Bear market, I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself, catching up with you guys, talking to you guys, learning new stuff, playing around with new stuff. We'll see how it goes. So we'll see what is going on. Oh yeah, Chump Change. So Chump Change got a small logo, unfortunately, because they said they were on the fence. Cause they're fam. We're all family men, but they got plans that day. So it's kind of like up in the air if they come. They may make it or not. They're keeping me posted, but everything's good. Nothing to worry about. I don't mean anything by it, so please don't take it that way. It's not like I made the logo small on purpose. You know, that has no bearing on it. So my apologies. I could make some more adjustments. I probably will. Maybe I'll try to get some of the other miners in there, but we'll see. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Please do me a favor on the way out. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Don't forget, we got a Twitter Spaces meeting coming out at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same time as Rabid Mining, unfortunately, with Seth, Mind Your Biz, and myself, and possibly Max Voltage. So I look forward to having you guys, and we will see how things pan out in the long run. Besides that, make sure you support the channel by supporting its sponsors, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.